What is happening, family? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I am your guy, your host with the most, Arrington Gavin, coming to you on this awesome day. This is the show where we discuss trending news and thought provoking topics from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. This is episode, I believe, 110 that you are listening to or watching. Very excited to be talking with you. As always, my friends, you, the listeners, the viewers out there that continue to support the show, I truly appreciate it. Please don't stop. Share with a friend. I truly appreciate it. Also, new episodes. As you see scrolling down at the ticker, I might stop saying it just because it's down there at the ticker. So I'm like, y'all can read. But for those who are listening, are like, wait a minute, wait, we don't see. So actually, that answers my own question. I probably will still continue to say when you can tune into the show or when we drop new episodes. Actually, new episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast. So wherever you get your podcast, whether that's iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Google, wherever you listen to your podcast, you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show. You can just type in Arrington Gavin, or you can type in R Smooth Club Media, the letter R, Smooth Club Media. Also, if you prefer to watch this show, you can do so. New episodes drop on those exact same days, but at a different time. They drop at 5 p.m. on our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media, our Facebook page, R Smooth Club Podcast, our X page, formerly known as Twitter, RSC Media, and also Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show. So many ways you can watch it. Also, you can tune in every Saturdays and Sundays to watch reruns of the show at 7 p.m. on ESP TV on Facebook, as well as ErnestSmithProductions.com. And you can also check out our website, www.thearringtongavinshow.com. Okay, www.thearringtongavinshow.com. So there's multiple ways you can tune into the platform and check in from time to time. Okay, so guys, look, very excited, very thrilled. Got a lot of stuff to tap into here on the show. We're going to be talking about a local high school having to forfeit their baseball team, having to forfeit due to racism. Wow, 2024, racism still exists. It's funny because those that say, "Oh, isn't that racism isn't still here? That doesn't happen, right?" Yes, it does. And here's the worst part, because normally it occurs with older individuals, right? People from that era. But when it's involving youth, that's extremely sad, because okay, how is their upbringing? Okay, what are they hearing when they get home, right? Because what they hear from home is what they take into what they bring to school. Come on now. Now, I'm no parent, but let's be honest. The first things that kids hear, yes, we live in a very social media society, so they can obviously get it from social media, but they also get it from uh who raises them, in my opinion. So we're gonna talk about that. Also, what else? Oh, Kelly Rowland, uh, the multi-platinum Grammy winning artist, known for being a member of probably one of the most selling girl groups of all time, Destiny's Child, and a successful artist in her own right, and a successful actress and entrepreneur, Kelly Rowland. She went viral because she was over in a event, an awards gala or some gala over in France, and she kind of chewed one into security there, and it went viral. And of course, everybody wanted to follow. Like, what is Kelly? What's going on? What is she talking about? So, got to be talking about that, as well as trying to see how the good the mic looks. I'm trying to mess with it. Also, what else we got for the show? A couple of dumb moments happening in our world. I definitely want to share that with you all. And inside the NBA might be coming to an end. So want to talk a little bit more on that as well. But look, so much stuff to impact here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, we are coming to you at episode 110. Got a lot of stuff to impact. And Don't go anywhere. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll start opening the floor with all these topics that I've been, wanting to share with you all today and these stories. So let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere and do not change that dial. We'll be back with more here on the Arrington Gavin Show.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
What's happening? Welcome back to the show. Look, also, I want to shout out too, because we don't have a commercial from them yet, but I want to shout out Priority Ford, my good friend James Church. He serves as the GM and owner of that dealership, Priority Ford, located in 3420 North Military Highway in Norfolk, Virginia. If you are in the Hampton Roads area, stop by, tell them Arrington sent you, because they have amazing service. I happen to be a Ford owner, and I've been having some difficulties with my car, and they have been giving me the, throwing in the red carpet, taking care, following me up with details and things like that. My family has owned multiple Fords, so just want to shout out James Church at Priority Ford. And please, if you're in the Norfolk area or in the Hampton Roads area, check them out. If you want to, looking for a new car, hey, I say go Ford, baby. So wanted to shout them out as well. All right, let's get it on with the first story. I thought was pretty interesting. A competitive eater by the name of Takuru Kabayashi just announced he is retiring, focusing on his health. And and I take it, it's the right time to do so. But let me see how I can bring that on. Let's see here. No, hold up. Having a little technical difficulties. There we go. It's gonna take a minute to get up, guys. Been having technical difficulties lately with oh, wait a minute. I want to turn that off real quick. So yeah, that's a picture of him competing in obviously competitive eating. Now, for those who are not familiar with competitive eating competitions, at least my family is, the Nathan's hot dog is like an annual. I think that happens every time during is it during Labor Day or Memorial Day? One of the two holidays. They always televise the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. So Takuru Kabayashi recently announced his retirement to focus on his health. He's won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest 6 times throughout his career. This article I'm going to read off of CBS Sports. It says six-time Nathan's hot dog eating contest champion Takuru Kabayashi announced he's officially retiring from the competitive eating in order to live a healthy and long life. Now, he expressed his concerns about the damage that highly processed food has caused him in the Netflix film Hack Your Health, The Secret of Your Gut. For the past 20 years, he stated, I have been in this field. He said, I worry about the consequences of my decision, but most importantly, I want to repair my brain and gut. One of the concerns the 46-year-old brought up is that he no longer has the same appetite or sense of smell he did in the past. Retiring from this career, he said, will allow him to hopefully reverse the effects that competitive eating had on his body. Now, if I can bring up, let me see if I can bring up some of the other added accomplishments throughout his career. It says here, okay, 6-time Nathan's hot dog eating champion. In 2001, he took the scene by storm after eating 50 hot dogs in 12 minutes as a rookie. He broke his own record 3 more times, longtime rival of Joey Chestnut. Now, Joey Chestnut, if you're not familiar with the competitive hot dog scene, Joey Chestnut is the Tom Brady of competitive eating. This guy is disgusting. Okay, when I say that, it's gross. They have to like dip the hot dogs in water so the dough is it's very sickening, but entertaining at the same time. It also says here Kobayashi did not just specialize in hot dogs, as he also participated in multiple other eating contests that included pizza and hamburgers. His career kicked off after he appeared on the Japanese reality show called TV Champion in 2000. In that show, he stole the spotlight by consuming 60 plates of sushi, 2.7 kilograms of potatoes, and 16 bowls of ramen in one sitting. Oh, gosh, I'm just reading this making me sick. Okay, he said he is worried that not listening to his body when he was full might have caused issues. However, he is not fully given up on food, as he wants to turn this experience into something positive and work on creating a hot dog with a healthier ingredient. Good for you, Kobayashi. He also said, I am worried about what the next step will bring, but I'm also excited about my future. Now, I remember a little fun fact, guys. I did a book report, or I did some report when I was in high school on competitive eating, and on specifically Joey Chestnut, but just the art of competitive eating. I mean, there's competitions that go from all around the world, whether there's you name it, there's a contest for it. Chicken wings, pizza, obviously hot dogs, oysters, potato chips. Every single food, dessert, treat has a contest of its own. There's literally been a show called Man versus Food. Okay, y'all remember Man versus Food? The man used to always go to different restaurants, around the United States, and he wants to compete in those challenges. It'll be contests that he could either win and he'll be, decided as the victor, or food will win and they will be decided as the victor. It was one of my favorite shows, and I still watch this to this day. But like the training that these guys put on their body, I remember a lot of them would eat a lot of watered vegetables, like a whole bag of hay. I mean, not hay, a whole bag of lettuce. And gallons of water to stretch out the stomach. The strategy when it comes to eating, competitive eating, a lot of them will dip it to help soften up so it can consume better. There's this one guy, it's a big black guy, I can't remember his name to save my life, but he always will be competing for like the gallon of lemonade challenge. And I'm just like, why do you do? And it's because it's entertaining, but also you want to say, like, why do people put their body on the line? The fame, baby. It's the fame. We live in a world where as anything that will make me famous and get me lots of followers, I'm going to do it. Because since then, how many people have you seen on TikTok or social media in general doing these like crazy eating challenges? And what kills me is like they're the tiniest people. Sometimes be the littlest ones that are like the world champs. Like this guy was a tiny individual. They have it for men's and women's, and these people be as small as 90 pounds eating 50 hot dogs, okay, in 10 minutes. And I'm just like, damn, like how do you consume? Where did the dream come to eat all this food? You're starving as a kid, okay? What did someone tell you that you can't have chicken wings, so you decided I'm gonna be the chicken wing champ? Like where did it all start? Someone had to piss you off and say you can't do that, and now they just stop. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a lover of food, but there's such thing as being, just a pure a glut, greedy, and just continue to eat. Because I'm starting to learn how to say no to food and be like, okay, look, I'm good. I don't want to eat anymore. This is perfectly fine for me. I know when to stop. I remember watching an interview with all pro former wide receiver NFL star, former NFL star Andre Reed, who played. He had a great career as a wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills. I think he did like a couple years with the Washington football team. They were the Washington Redskins at the time. he is in still very great shape. And he's like, what's some of your tricks? He's like, I know when to say no. Like I sometimes you don't always have to clean your plate. You can eat until you feel that fullness, and then it's like, okay. Now, see, as a kid raised up, obviously you were people, you who are tuning to the show. I'm pretty sure your mothers or your grandmothers have said, hey, look, you ain't no playtime until you finish that plate. Don't you leave this, because I what's the word? I slaved over that iron. I slaved over that meal. So y'all better eat everything, because I worked hard to prepare that great. So you're like, you better eat it. If not, you ain't gonna have no fun time, none of that stuff. So you're always raised on eating a lot of food. But this man, competitive eating in general, it's entertaining, but you do wonder, like, okay, how do people continue to how's their health, right? Joey Chestnut is the world champ, but for him not to have any health issues will be mind-blowing, because, like, yeah, hey, he has the money, he has the trainers, the dietitians and stuff, how to work his body for that. But I've seen so many films. I think Super Size Me was definitely an eye-opening one when it comes to just processed foods, because a lot of these contests consist in processed food. There ain't no vegan challenge, not that I'm aware of, where everything here is no sodium based. Look, every contest is gonna have something unhealthy. Okay, every contest is gonna have something unhealthy. But yes, wanted to bring that up because I thought, hey, he's probably the first guy at 46 years old, and that's a good age. That's a good age. He's probably made a career, invested, saved good money from those contests. Now he's no longer. Now, does that mean can you trust him at a buffet? Okay, we will see. We will see. Another story I want to bring up for you all, that's been pretty pretty known here in my hometown in the Hampton Roads area. A local a local high school out here, Kempsville High School, their baseball team program had to forfeit the season due to accusations of racism and hate speech. Let me pull up this graphic here so you can kind of listen a little bit to the video I pulled up off of Instagram. This is reported by, let me see here. Wait until that comes up. This is reported by ABC affiliate WVEC 13 News Now. Let me see if you guys can hear that.
Revelation of racism, hate speech, and harassment spanning multiple years within the varsity boys baseball team at Kempsville High School cut this season short.
This particular issue were students upon students making comments that was not reported to the coaches.
Until a parent spoke up, Virginia Beach City Public School Superintendent Dr. Don Robertson says,
it is not something that we tolerate in Virginia Beach City Public Schools. We work really hard to create an inclusive environment.
In a series of videos posted to social media and viewed by 13 News Now, a Virginia mother spoke about her son who played with some teammates.
Well, looks like we had a little technical difficulties with that clip, but it kind of gave you more than enough to make my to bring up the conversation and to bring up this story, because again, you assume that racism no longer exists. Okay, you assume racism no longer exists. And the fact of the matter is, it very much does exist. Okay? It very much does. The sad thing is, this is occurring now around our youth, because you try to keep it away from the young people's eyes, but again, hey, social media is going to show all the hate, right? Controversy sells. Controversy goes viral. But in this case, you know, there have been proof. I actually have a close friend of mine who their I believe daughter, or not, I'm sorry, not daughter, their niece was an athlete there. Uh and she had told shared with her aunt about the racism that went on, and this was like 20 plus years ago. Okay. That was a long time ago. So it's a long history. This is not just popping up now. It's a long history. It's just now being shared. So I'll read a little more of the article of which what was being spoken in that interview. So, and this is by 13 News Now. Okay. The top public schools administrator in Virginia Beach condemns the acts uncovered the Kempsville High School's varsity baseball team. Now, as the 13 News Now reported last week, that revelation of racism, hate speech, and harassment spanning multiple years within the varsity boys basketball team at Kempsville cut this season short. Baseball. I said basketball. Excuse me, baseball. The announcement of the forfeiter was made by the principal in an email recently. States here, this particular issue where students upon students making comments, it was not reported to the coaches. Now, the Virginia Beach City Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Don Robertson said an investigation ensued after a parent brought attention to the issue. Ensued after a parent brought attention to the issue. It is not something we tolerate in Virginia Beach Public Schools. We work really hard to create an inclusive environment where all of our students feel welcome and they have a place to the school setting, programming, athletics, etc. Doesn't that stuff sound like it's just reading off a script? But that's just me. To understand this had to occur over more than a year in just something that was devastating. As a former coach, former principal, and former teacher in this division, it made me angry. Don't act shocked though. That's the interesting thing. Don't act shocked, because people assume racism acts will always partake with the heavy, Southern acts, the KKK members and the country hicks, all the stuff, just you already have like an image in your head of, okay, racism will always involve this and that, but you forget racism can occur with people looking all corporate and clean. It can happen in a nice nasty comment. Sometimes you think they're laughing with you, but sometimes they're laughing at you. And people have to understand, and it's a new world now. It's continued to, in my opinion, the age of spin. Like I can't say it's obviously it's not like it was in the previous days where people can just run up and where I didn't have the right to be here and this and any other. But it's sad because there's still people that are very much not wanting to give up that era that's in our communities. To read a little more, it says in a series of videos posted on social media and viewed by the 13 News Now staff, a Virginia mother spoke about her son who plays at an unnamed high school. The mom relays her son's story about some teammates teasing him and calling him names based on his race, including the N-word. People in the community and our viewers connected the post in Kempsville. Now, the superintendent assures leadership took action against the students. Although he couldn't share what kind of discipline they face, the superintendent wants the following sentiment made clear: how badly I feel for the students that had to go through this type of bullying, so to speak, because certainly they didn't do anything to ask for it, said the superintendent. And not only did it negatively impact their experience there, but it also took away their opportunities to continue the season. yeah, we will follow up more with this because it is let's see here. I'm trying to see what the further punishment is, which they said it hasn't been mentioned. Uh at the division level, the Department of School Leadership, the Office of Student Leadership, along with the Beach District Principals Association, are working collaboratively to investigate the development of action plans to address areas of the concern. Because best believe if this happened in one high school, this ain't happening. I mean, this happened in other schools. It's just a matter on, again, people speaking out about it, and also having viable proof, because I think you have to realize too, proof is always going to be the main factors. Like, how, can you prove it? Can you prove it? Can you prove it? But I very much do believe it's happening. Don't think I'm trying to disregard any of the the accusations being made. But this very much still exists out here, and it's unfortunate. It's sad that bullying even exists, right? It's sad that racism exists, but that's the world we live in. It's up to people in leadership that are leading our local communities when it comes to, especially the school board, because you got to keep the kids safe. You got to keep the kids in safe environments. So they definitely got their work handed out. But we will see. We will follow up more with this story because it's going to be an ongoing conversation. I hope to impact it more here on this show, but just kind of wanted to bring it out into light. I hope to even speak with the superintendent or someone of from the school that is willing to speak about their experience if they've received any of that stuff. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to a commercial break, guys. When we come back, we'll have some more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. So y'all don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will we'll have more on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't change that dial. Welcome back, y'all. So moving on to some more sports conversations. Check this out. A former four-time Super Bowl champ, former NFL star Bill Romanowski files for bankruptcy after he and his wife faced a $15.5 million tax scam allegation. This is reported by the U.S. Sun. The four-time Super Bowl winner is the subject of an ongoing Department of Justice lawsuit over unpaid taxes. Y'all, let me stop right there. Look, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine, I think a couple of days ago. I understand that it can be irritating but when the end of the year comes and you're thinking you have everything on a tax write-off and this and that and the other, and it's like, dang, man, it's so, they take so much. Like, I hate, paying tax and this and that and the other. I can't stand. I gotta pay it. I'm like, yeah, but you better pay it. You better pay it, because Wesley Snipes thought the same thing. Ronald Osley thought the same thing. The late great Red Fox. Lord knows, if you look at that, there's still, I think, a video on YouTube when he went through that situation. He shared a story. He was very vocal about it. One of the greatest comedians of all times, in my opinion. One of the greats, man. He went through it. A lot of and I mean, hell, former president. I mean, come on. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the higher uppers, right? A lot of the successful wigs, the wealthy, they somehow think they can get away with it. But you can't. Y'all better pay them taxes. Better pay y'all damn taxes. Says here Romanowski and his wife reportedly owed $15.5 million in back taxes per court record seen by USA Today. $15.5 million. Now, this guy hasn't played in a long time. And the reason why I say that is because you have to really, really make sure you invest and save wisely for as a retired athlete. Because here's the thing: in the heat of the moment during his era, yeah, that was a lot of money he was getting paid. He probably like, man, I'll be so wealthy, man. I don't need to do this, that, and look, the every time like throughout years, money in like everything cost starts increasing. So $1 million back then was probably $20 million, or I'm exaggerating, but it was probably like $5 million, and vice versa. Now, obviously in the NFL and in different sports leagues, the money is very, very, very like boom. It's huge. NBA. I mean, you have current NBA players buying other sports franchises, other football players buying other franchises, baseball, but you name it, the money is crazy. But they do those things so that they can keep a good cushion of money after they retire, because sometimes you can't just rely on sit and do nothing and rely on one source of income. There's been many stories. There was a documentary called, I think, Broke, when it involved a lot of former athletes that really was at the top of their game, making a crap ton of money. They just wasn't smart with their money, like Mr. Romanowski. It says here the couple declared bankruptcy less than 24 hours before a hearing scheduled for Tuesday. U.S. attorneys allege that Romanowski's used a nutrition company they founded to skirt tax obligations. The lawsuit alleges the pair failed to pay millions in income taxes from 1998 to 2007. Bill, come on, Bill. They founded the nutrition business Nutrition 53 in 2006. The suit alleged that the couple withdrew money from a bank account registered to the company to pay personal expenses. This included plastic surgery, because these gotta take care of these wrinkles. Plastic surgery and day spa appointments per court. Woo. Now, before I move on, just by them saying that, who do you think had got the plastic surgery and the day spa appointments? Hmm. Bill, stop trying to act like a big baller, man. Stop trying to act like a big baller. By using N53 to pay their personal living expenses and those of their adult children, the Romanowskis have improperly used N53 to thwart the IRS collection of individual income taxes at issue in this case. Now, I'm over here joking a lot on the Romanowskis, but here's the thing too. It's very important that you have a positive circle of people that work close to you, because when you're a very successful individual, you put your trust in, people taking care of your money, right? In the accountants, in the CPAs, things in that nature, a finance person, right? And they put their trust in you. And sometimes you just really have to be careful, because sometimes they don't have your best interest. That has been dealt with a lot in for celebrities, right? And it's unfortunate because they can't do it all by themselves. They're busy trying to make the money, and they're over here, there, and there. And that's why it's like you just have to really, really make sure you do a proper background check and really have that trust, but also still have your hand in the money. Don't just rely on somebody, because that could be their case as well. An attorney representing the Romanowskis did not respond to an email request for comment. Romanowski spent 16 years. Man was a beast. He was a beast. Spent 16 seasons in the NFL and played for 4 teams. He was selected in the number 88 overall pick in the 3rd round by the San Francisco 49ers in 1988. The 6'4" linebacker Romanowski won 2 Super Bowl titles in his first 2 seasons. He left the Niners in 94 for a spell with the Philadelphia Eagles, but it was switched to the Denver Broncos that brought more success with a further two more Super Bowl rings in 97 and 98. Now, Romanowski was a 2-time Pro Bowler and racked up over 1,100 career tackles. Controversy dogged his career, with Romanowski ending the career of Raiders teammate Marcus Williams in 2003. A single punch shattered the tight end's eye socket, with Williams eventually suing Romanowski for lost earnings, as he should. But sometimes you need bob and weave too. Anyways, the 58-year-old was also implicated in the Balco steroid scandal. He admitted to using steroids in 2015. I took human growth hormones for a brief period, he told CBS 60 Minutes. Romanowski claimed he had received the steroids from the founder of that. So, wanted to bring that up, guys, because again, we always have to realize, and that's not just for athletes, but that's for all people. You have to be smart with your finances. You have to be smart with your finances. As a, when you're in business, anything you do, please be smart with your finances and pay your taxes. Lesson learned. It's Common Sense University. Lesson learned. Common Sense University. Pay your taxes, man. Stop trying to cheat the system. I can't stand when people say, well, I can do this, and if I do that, then I can do that, and I can do this, and I can do that, and then I can get that taken care. Yeah. No. Whenever somebody starts, doing that little happy trail and all that, no. Pay your taxes. Stop trying to cheat the system. Just stop trying to cheat the system. Moving on. I want to bring up this story about inside the NBA may come to an end. It may. There's been a lot of speculation because there's a new TNT being in negotiation with the NBA over the TV rights. I think ESPN or another company is thinking about buying it, and they could possibly be ending inside the NBA with Ernie. I think it's Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley. One of the most entertaining, the best sports shows for the past. I mean, it's been in existence for 12 seasons, but ever since, I know Shaq has been a part of it. It's been just straight up, just pure great entertainment and great basketball knowledge as well. But recently, Charles Barkley, he's pissed. He's pissed with all these with this back and forth and negotiations. Let me see here. Charles says, okay, well, I'll read this one off of USA Today. I have another article in front of me, but actually I'll read the first one. USA Today. It's titled Charles Barkley says moral sucks as inside the NBA remains in limbo for TNT. Now, Charles Barkley is displeased with the situation he and his inside the NBA teammates find themselves in, sweating whether or not the NBA will keep Warner Brothers Discovery, the parent company of TNT, as a partner in its down to the wire media rights negotiation. His words, he says, moral sucks. Plain and simple. He said on Thursday on the Dan Patrick Show, Barkley took aim at WBD CEO David Zaslav for saying the company didn't need the NBA at an investing conference 2 years ago. Barkley said he doesn't know for sure that the comment upset NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, but it definitely didn't help negotiations. These people I work with, they screwed this thing up. Clearly, we don't have zero idea what's going to happen. I don't feel good. I'm not going to lie. Let's see here. Okay, reports indicated that TNT might be on the outs with ESPN remaining, Amazon swooping in, and NBC coming back to the NBA. Barkley was confused by TNT Sports adding college football playoff games in a licensing deal with ESPN announced Wednesday. It signaled to him that they were spending on other sports because the company won't have a commit finances to the NBA. I just feel so bad for the people I work with, Dan. These people have families. I just really feel bad for them right now. Now, inside the NBA won its 4th Sports Emmy Award for Best Studio Show Limited this week. The program is hosted by, as I mentioned, Ernie Johnson, and Barkley is joined on the desk with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Now, Barkley said he's spoken to the crew about signing them to his production company, Fine Line Productions, and then selling the show to one of the remaining rights holders. Genius. We're just sitting back waiting on these people to figure out what they're going to do. My two favorite wines are Ingle Nook and Opus, and these clowns I work for, they've turned us into Ripple and Boone's Farm and Thunderbird. That's funny. That's a good one. That's one thing why I love Charles Barkley, man. The man's humor, he's unfiltered, he doesn't care, he doesn't give a crap. I love it. Now the show will continue for another year on TNT, even if WBD lost out of the NBA. The league's new media deal wouldn't start until 2025 to 2016 season begins. I think they should be pissed, for one, and I think it would be stupid on their behalf to not work something out, because in my opinion, inside the NBA is what really, yes, people are fans of the game too, but we look forward to hearing the commentary between Shaq, Barkley, Ernie, Kenny. Like, it's so, that's what I look forward to. I look forward to the pregame. I look forward to the after. I got a freaking fly somewhere around here. I look forward to stuff like that, and they provide so much entertainment. I mean, you have people that are not even into, not in sport, but you have entertainers that come by just for sit down interviews. Artists, music artists, entrepreneurs, other famous public figures, they come and speak. Like, it's a legit show. So personally, man, if Charles gets ownership into that, man, that'll be pure gold. Because if they lose out on this, man, best believe it's gonna hurt the NBA. It's gonna hurt the NBA. It's truly gonna be a L for the NBA, because without Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, Charles, man, like, their show goes viral all the time with funny moments, certain clips, or somebody said this on this show. Like, it's that kind of a show. I would say it like this: The Breakfast Club, the radio show, is a very, very, very pop culture based phenomenon, and it's still very much highly successful. But I would compare inside the NBA to almost like a Breakfast Club, because they speak on really everyday topics within their realm of sports. They say stuff that, whoa, did he really just say that? They have their funny moments. Like, that's the kind of show that they are. So it'll be unfortunate if they can't sign it, but hey, they better start thinking, because fans are gonna be pissed. Fans will be pissed. Look, we're gonna do another commercial break, y'all. When we come back, think I'm gonna let's see here. Well, actually, do I have a little? Yeah, let me go ahead and bring the story up, and then we'll go do a commercial break, and we're gonna end. Have my final talking point. Let's see here. So, Kelly Rowland, Miss Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland went viral recently because she was in an event where she had a few words to say to security. Didn't like their approach. So let me try and pull that video up for y'all to see it for yourselves. And I'm curious. Please leave a comment at the bottom if you're watching this. But like, what did you think was Kelly's was going on in Kelly? What was even said? Right? What was even said? Let me see. Is this the Let me see. Is that the one I want? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Wait until that graphic comes up for you all. And
Qui parle dans son micro, c'est un peu qui c'est. Nous avons le plaisir d'accueillir sur le tapis rouge l'équipe du film Marcello Mignon, 15e film présenté en compétition. Christophe Honoré, son réalisateur, est entouré par Catherine Deneuve, Nicole Garcia, Chiara Mastroianni, Fabrice Lucchini, Benjamin Violet, Melville Coupeau.
Now, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that finger? Did y'all see that finger? She was not having it. Don't that when a black woman puts that finger in your and doing whoo, Lay was about to get folded. the lady was about to get folded. And look, can we just give it up for Kelly for just always looking just so beautiful and just elegant and just like that's, I ain't gonna lie, like when I was younger at the time, I think I was like had a bigger crush on Kelly than I did Beyonce. Now, obviously, they're both equally as beautiful. All of them are, but but Kelly has just, I've always been a fan of Kelly Rowland. But Kelly wasn't having it. Kelly was not having it. I mean, she just like, I mean, it was woo. Now let me go ahead, and I found a video of another person, a reporter asking her about that, and this is what Kelly had to say about that incident. So let me go ahead and pull that up for you guys. So we've seen the initial clip of the the back and forth, but I want to hear from Kelly herself of like, okay, what happened? What was going down in that case? Let's see here. Oh, that's not it. Wrong video. My bad, peoples. Y'all know we grass fruit, okay? But it's gonna get, we gonna get there, and I'm gonna have producers, and they're gonna be doing all this stuff because it'll be difficult for me sometimes. Y'all like, Arrington, shut up, please, shut up. All right, is this it? Yes, there we go. All right, let me wait to that. All right, there we go.
Knows what happened. I know what happened, and I have a boundary, and I stand by those boundaries, and that is it. And there were other women that attended that carpet who did not quite look like me, and they didn't get that scolded or pushed off or told to get off. And I stood my ground. And she felt like she had to stand hers, but I stood my ground.
I stood my ground. Kelly Rowland stood her ground. Now, what it I feel like she's implying is that there was some prejudice going on in that, because the security guard that she was talking to was a white female, and Kelly was a minority at that event, and she said, okay, the other previous people didn't get that same treatment, but you had to me. Now, because I like to play 50-50 on this, because I was not there, I'm just going based off what I'm seeing and I don't know what was said. We're just getting one side of the story. There was an incident totally different compared to this, but I'm bringing up for a reason. Kelly had some issues with the staff at the Today Show, and it was something in regards of the and again, allegedly that the dressing room was too small and it wasn't what she asked for, because she had a team of people with her. Long story short, I'm saying that there's been accusations that she acts like a diva. Okay, that she acts very diva-ish. Okay, so in this case, was she the victim, or was she just being the diva? Was she being a diva? We don't know. But I would obviously stand on my ground on being, I wasn't there, but I always up to just give an opinion, and I like to give a this could have happened or that could have happened, just to kind of get y'all thinking. And please let me know what's your take on it. Do you agree with her that she was definitely profiled and judged, and because of her complexion, they said they can speak to her differently compared to the other people, or was security guard doing her job and saying, hey, look, we have some more people coming in, we have to hurry up and get in, this and then the other? Like, please give me your thoughts, y'all. Give me your thoughts, because I don't want to be the only one just I want to be looking as the bad guy here. I want to hear your thoughts. So please leave us a comment on our YouTube channel right now, or if you're watching us on Facebook, truly appreciate that. We're gonna do a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the final story of the show. So don't go anywhere, and do me a favor, Do not change that dial. Alrighty, family. So this last video I want to show you, it was actually pretty funny. So y'all know when y'all get on planes, and depending on when you're sitting, if you're sitting by the emergency exit, the flight attendant will come to you and will, for one, have to ask you, like, are you is it okay if you know, because you're sitting here, do you there's almost like a what's they give them like a verbal like contract in a sense, like are you willing to do this and that and this? And basically it's like saying, hey, look, are you willing to help open this door when an emergency happens? Are you fine with that? Do you agree to this and that? And 99.999% of the time people say, yes, I agree. Because our main objective is, hey, this plane is going to be safe in the air. Just get me to my next, you know, my destination, please. I don't want to cause any issues. Everybody here is either in a rush or just wants to get from A to B safe. So yeah, if I need to, you know, be in charge of pulling this door and this and that and the other, I'm fine. I'm cool with that. Rarely do you ever hear stories about a person saying, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to help out anybody. No, this is every man for himself. I could care less about these other people. I'm gonna do what I can do to stay alive. I can't be somebody to help out. I want to be the hero. Now, I'll be honest, because y'all listening, y'all watch right now. I know y'all be thinking it. Because everybody's like, when we see stories of people like, you know, helping people out of a burning building or out of a burning vehicle and this and that and the other, we're like, oh, they are so brave. I know y'all them people that'll be like, oh my good, oh Lord, sure, I got somewhere to go. Oh, I pray for you, and y'all keep on driving. Don't act like y'all not. Don't act like y'all not guilty. Okay, so this video right here, it occurred. Let me see exactly. Give y'all a little more details before I bring up the video. Because this lady flat out said, "Oh no, y'all talking to the wrong person." This woman is arrested and causes full flight to deboard after allegedly not complying with emergency exit row instructions. Allegedly said she wouldn't help save anyone else but herself. And okay, let me go ahead and get that graphic for you guys. Because y'all been waiting so diligently. I appreciate it. Y'all been such a great audience. Let me see, make sure that's up. All right, let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of this.
Yeah, she talking to me. What is the problem? Because she don't want to tell us her name. Okay, well, you don't have to tell me to cut my music down so I can tell me a problem? What's the problem? We ain't got no problem with that. We understand we got to help people get off the plane and help Betty White get something out. What's the problem? We agree. You wasting your breath. Is they gonna take this plane off the ground? That's my damn face. Did you ask her to agree? You ain't doing your job. I don't know what's going on. You better get out of my face. Is what you need to do, Eddie. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about two damn things. Like yeah. Girl. Relate? No. That lady came and asked us. We got witnesses. We all agreed. Didn't nobody his mama took a flight to Mexico. And I'm not getting
Ladies and gentlemen, for the couple passengers that we're asking to please be removed.
No, my grandson is 4 years old and he's getting out of school.
It really was.
No, we all agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be underway here shortly. We got to take care of this issue here. Law enforcement will be arriving.
Really, your flight attendant
disagree with her.
Accident. So,
she is
sorry.
lying.
Please,
I'm gonna ask you one more time, Nike, to get off the flight. We're gonna be board the plane, and next people are gonna be escorted.
Well, I'm calling my attorney because we didn't do anything wrong. The lady asked us to agree, and we did. We got a whole staff.
Ma'am,
We got a whole crew.
But we'll talk about it outside.
What are we getting? My grandson is in Texas getting out of school.
That's fine, ma'am.
at 3 o'clock.
I understand everything, but we'll have to step outside the air traffic to talk about it.
Sir, no, that's not legal. I'm getting my attorney on the phone. I'm not.
You're inconveniencing everybody else that you're
My grandson is getting out of 3 o'clock.
should have been in line. The rules.
We are Can I disagree to her? Everybody around me. But I mean, I got a grandson that's been out of school at 4 o'clock. But my grandson.
You have to book another flight. You can't get there regardless, and neither are we if you don't get off so
This flight was canceled, and you're not going to get paid enough. You don't.
Well, let me go ahead and close this one. I'll talk a little more of this on social media. I'll make sure I post this on our social media. But what it sounds like, so I'm okay. So the video looks like it's explaining that the lady did comply. That's what she's saying. She's saying all three of us complied with her. So they're saying that the flight attendant is lying. So and they did have to escort her. I mean, this grandmother left out in cuffs because she was standing her ground. So I'm curious to read more and hear more about the story, because initially, of course, the headline shows angry black woman, how they want to always do it, getting upset and getting kicked off a plane because she refused. With the comment leaves a little chuckle of, hey, she is not complying and she gonna save herself and not everybody else. But the grandmother continues to say she's lying. We said we agree. What's the problem? And causing her to be sent out in cuffs, to put the plane on hold before it, and now everybody is against this lady. Now, seeing this video, it's tough. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, y'all. Because it didn't sound like she ever said, no, I won't. I'm not doing none of that, this and that, and the other. She's saying that we agreed. So somebody's lying. If y'all checked out this video, it's on the Neighborhood Talk on IG. So check it out. Leave a comment. Do me a favor. I truly appreciate it. Look, my time is coming to a close, y'all. Be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to the Arrington Gavin Show. New episodes 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast, as well as 5 p.m. via video on our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. Okay, R Smooth Club Media, Facebook at R Smooth Club Podcast, Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, RSC Media. Y'all take care. God bless. Hey,